Well, good morning and welcome to Wellspring. How's everybody doing? I was just told this person up here is certifiably crazy. That keeps life interesting. So, today, October 26th, 2025, and it is, for your Gee Whiz trivia file, National Pumpkin Day. My name is Vicki Avery, and I'm very grateful to be able to be of service today. So, Judy and I were here on Friday going through all of the slides and all, and she gave me a warning. She said, "You're going to have a lot of announcements today, so buckle in. Here we go." There's my props for the day. So, we're not quite ready to go with the slides. Anybody heard any good jokes lately? One of the kids on the school bus said, "Bus driver, do you know why the bike fell down?" And I said, "No, why did the bike fall down?" "'Cause it was too tired." The things that come out of those babies' mouths, they're amazing.
What I liked I saw online was he missed the bus, wasn't it? He missed the bus and said, "What time, when will you be back to get me?" And the bus driver said, "Tomorrow morning."
Yes. Yes, we're not Uber drivers. The kids wait for the bus. We don't wait for the kids. As I remind them, it says Las Cruces Public Schools, not Little Johnny's private limousine service.
I saw one this morning.
You saw a bus?
No, I saw a great joke. So,
Okay.
mom and three kids, they're riding in the car, and the woman in front of them, in the car in front of them, stands up and she's naked. And one of the children, who's 5, says, "Mommy, she doesn't have her seatbelt on."
Brum-bump. Those are all dad jokes, right? Well, let's just go ahead and move through these. Okay, so Early Birds meet Sunday mornings at 9:30 via Zoom, and the link is in the weekly email or on our website. Our speaker today is our very own certifiably crazy Donna Stryker. Welcome. And November speakers, November 2nd, Reverend Kamatara. The 9th is Dr. Edward. The 16th is Reverend Pamela Anvancha. The 23rd is Reverend Sandy from TRC. And the 30th of November, Donna's back. We're so glad that you're with us.
Thank you.
Awesome. So Thursday evening group continues to meet at 7 o'clock over in the social hall or on Zoom, and you can get the coordinates from Cleona or Edward. And Sunday, November 2nd, 2 of our musicians, Doug Adams and Jeff G., will be doing the Power of Song to Raise Your Spirit at Unity from 9 to 10 a.m. Mark Mathis and Dwight Dixon will also be part of that service. Doug, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
Well, it's just basically going to be a music service. There'll be a little bit of the normal proceedings, but then we're going to start playing songs and just go the whole service.
That sounds fantastic.
It's going to be fun.
Awesome. So that's November 2nd at Unity from 9 to 10 a.m. So you could go there and then get over here for the service. Okay. We are changing the date of the Board of Trustees meeting. We are going to meet on the first Wednesday, which will be November 5th at 6:30 via Zoom. We wanted to meet before Sunday, November 9th. It's our birthday. We've been here 23 years, 22 years. We've been here for more than a minute, and we're still going strong. So Again, Sunday the 9th, we'll celebrate Wellspring's birthday. Anybody wishing to become a member, please let either Edward or Judy know so that we can have the membership book available. Then following service, we'll have a light luncheon and cake and conversation. Okay, the dowsing workshop was such a success this month that Jean's gonna do it again. So on Saturday, the 15th of November, the third Saturday, from 1:30 to 4:30 in the social hall, and there is a fee of $25. And she does have pendulums or dowsing rods that you can use during class time. So I think we're back on track. Okay. Finally, our prayer team remains ready to serve and to support you. You may submit a request via our webpage, or we do have paper hard copy request at the back there, and you can fill it out and give it to one of us, and we'll make sure that it gets to the folks. Edward is off on a cruise right now, but we'll make sure that the rest of the prayer team receives your request. So they meet virtually on Tuesday afternoons from 4:15 to pray with you. You may consider sitting in your quiet space during that time, and we know that we are one in spirit, and the energy of prayer knows no limits. And before I go on, I want to say it's nice to see familiar faces, nice to see faces back visiting us, and we do have someone here for the first time today, so please say hello to Kathy. Okay, so now it's time for our invocation. So if you'd like to just get settled into your seat and relax. Mother, Father, God, Great Spirit, the all that is, that flows in, through, and around each one of us. We welcome you here today. During our celebration, we know that you are with us always as we walk our spiritual path. We give great thanks for this awesome autumn morning and know that everything is in divine order. If there's anything that anyone needs, please be open to receive the gift of the universe of love and light. And we are grateful for this time to come together as a spiritually minded community. And as we say together, and so it is. And now, if you'd like to stand for the Song of Joy, I release.
Everybody knows this, so I'm not going to pay too much attention to singing. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. The time for me. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light, and I faith in the Spirit. Yes, I'm moving for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm moving for God. That's the right number. Well, good enough. I thought it was supposed to be 3 times, right?
We sang it with so much feeling that it was like it was done 3 times. If you'd like to take your seats. And now, if you would please join us, we'll say together our vision, mission, and our affirmation. Our vision: to elevate spiritual consciousness in our world. Our mission: to support individual spiritual quests through celebration, study, counsel, loving fellowship, and service. And our affirmation: I release and let go of all that no longer serves me, making space for Spirit's infinite good. Transformation is my birthright, and I welcome it with an open heart. I trust in the divine flow of life, knowing I am always supported. And so it is. And now it gives me great pleasure to have Doug come on back up. Our very own incredibly talented Doug Adams with a Z.
It's good to be back. It's good to be here. It's good to see everybody. It's best to get this all worked out before you start than in the midst of everything. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, by and by. It's in every one of us to be free. Find your heart, open your eyes and see. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, by and by. It's in every one of us to be blessed. Find your heart beating inside your chest. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, by and by. can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, by and by. It's in every one of us, by and by.
As always, wonderful. Thank you, Doug. Thank you for sharing your gift of music with us.
I'm very grateful to be able to do so.
Awesome. So now it's time for the reading for the day. I never pick a reading. I just am open to spirit, and it comes. So I picked up the Science of Mind magazine. It's a wonderful thing to have. It's 2 months, and they have daily readings and other articles. So think about it. It's the end of the year. Make great gifts. So I always get in touch with Donna, and I say, what's the topic of your message? And she tells me, and so I just go, and I opened this up, and this is what I got. A chart and a compass. Your mental muscle grows by exercise, as does any other muscle. Picture your desires in a large, rich, colorful way, and you will be exercising this mental muscle. You may be surrounded by divine wisdom, love, and intelligence, and still lack divine guidance. Not that we lack the ability to accept it, for that is a gift of God, forever made and forever delivered. But we lack the perception of this guidance and its operation through us. To feel that a presence greater than we are is guiding us is normal. To trust this presence is sanity. To desire that the divine shall express itself in our mind and project itself through our thought is to be receptive to the greater side of our nature that lies open to us in the upper reaches of thought. We need a chart and a compass. We need a guide, but not an external one. Not someone to tell us what to do or how we ought to do it. Not someone who wishes merely to impose their own will on us. We need an inner guide, and the miracle of it is that we already have this inner guide. It has been there all of the time, waiting our acceptance. So Donna said that the theme was, do you need a tune-up? And there's a commercial now that says, you know, if your car needs some service, it's got a engine light on. But how do you know if your heart needs service? And so they're trying to promote selling this thing that you can check your heart. The question is how do you know if you need a spiritual tune-up? Well, Donna's going to share with us. So let's give a warm welcome to our very own Donna Stryker.
Very good. Thank you. Love you too. Thank you. How's everybody today? Good. So I'm going to read today from A New Design for Living. This was first published in 1959. So pretty timeless, and it's by Ernest Holmes and Willis Kinnear. And I do what Vicki does. I just pick stuff up. I go through my spiritual library and I go, yep, that's the one. Okay, here it is. You are important. For the most part, we have too low an opinion of ourselves. we need to place a new evaluation on ourselves. Not an evaluation that is blown up with conceit, but one which contains a sense of wonder, humility, and awe. We need to develop a deep sense of reverence for the life that flows in and through us and all things. For the life that flows in and through us and all things. For without it, there would be nothing. We should have respect for ourselves, confidence in ourselves, and an assurance that all is right with us in our world. We but need let it be that way. For it is God's world, the creation of the one intelligence, and as such, it can never be in conflict with itself. With an increasing awareness of the fact that our mind is some of the part of infinite intelligence, we suddenly discover that we are more important than we thought. Seeing that man, woman, is an integral part of the universe in no way implies that we are supposed to sit back and take life as we encounter it. Rather, we should think of us as partaking of the creativity of God, carving out our own future and destiny. So remember a long time ago in the olden days when you would go to the gas station and they would be in a uniform and they would wash your window and they'd fill up your tank and they'd check your oil, dipstick, check it? They don't do that anymore. So, you know, for those of you who've heard me talk before, that every time I'm going to talk, I ask Spirit, what are we talking about? What do I need? I say, what do you need? But I really mean, what do I need? And so, Edward had given me a schedule. It's on my calendar, sort of like when I teach. But you have to look at the calendar. Did you know that? Because at my age, I have no memory left. So I'm driving on Avenida de Macia, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm talking on Sunday, which I kind of knew in my brain, but I forgot. And if I have a title for my talk, I'm good. I'm in like Flynn. I got this. It just flows out of me from God, Spirit, whatever you want to call it. But you have to ask. So I said, and I do this, I'm not making this up, I talk out loud in the car, a lot. So far nobody answers me, but. So I said, okay, Spirit, I need a talk title for Sunday. And within a minute, I'm sitting at the stop light at Valley and Avenida Garcia, and there's a van, a work van, and it says, do you need a tune-up? How's your engine? And a bunch of other stuff. I'm like, oh, that is too funny. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So I get the name of my talk. And as soon as I get the name of my talk and the stop light changes, I'm following the van down Valley and I'm talking out my talk, because that's kind of how I do things. I'm having a gay old time because once again, Spirit works. Every time, in, through, and around me. So I want to ask you a question. Do you wait for your check engine light to come on? Or do you take your car to get serviced? Or if you have a mechanic in the family, you just go, honey, the sign came on in the car. Would you take a look at it? Do you wait to fill up your tank with gas? Or do you wait till you get to the side of the road and you have to call your friend and go, I'm out of gas again? Of course you don't. Or do you try to guess how to get to a new location and hope to goodness you get there? Or do you actually put it into your little GPS thing? Probably not. So what are we doing to fill our spiritual tank? Make sure the engine light doesn't come on? So what is a tune-up anyway? It's preventative maintenance. I looked it up. It's a definition. So we think if we take care of our vehicle, it'll take care of us. It'll get us where we're supposed to go. We'll put the oil in and we'll do the maintenance and we'll fill the window washer thingy with water or whatever we put in it. We'll take off those nasty windshield wipers that fry in Las Cruces summers, and we do that, right? So why don't we tune up our spiritual life? And maybe you all do, but remember who this talk is for. This is for Donna, and you just get to hear me talk. Why do we wait for a crisis? To remember our faith. Why do we wait for a crisis? To remember our oneness with the divine. Thank you for the Kleenex, because I do cry at supermarket openings, and I always cry, so just don't let it bother you. Why do we wait until we're in pain to reach for support? Or for advice on how to listen to that still small voice within us? Why do we wait to hear what Spirit has to say to us so we can move forward? This is my favorite one. Why, when we really know what feeds our soul, or we know the answers for ourselves, do we look to everybody outside of us to tell us the truth? Why don't we trust ourselves? So this is a true story. With permission from my sister, I adore you, I love you, you're the best ever. So we're talking today. Now my sister, who is a saint and very smart, and I talk to a lot, and we're talking because she's having some challenges with her car, which has nothing to do with this talk. It just kind of worked out that way. So I'm listening to her because she'd already talked to Harry, who has a bazillion years of working on vehicles, owned his own shop. He's very, very good with it. And Kim's got some decisions to make about her vehicle. And so she's talking because my sister and I have taught each other it's really good to listen and not talk. And then respond instead of interrupting all the time. Right, sis? So my sister has helped me with that a lot because I'm bad at it. And so I said, Kimberly, you knew before you talked to Harry the answer. You knew that this person was not being honest with you and was taking advantage of you. And she said, yeah, I did. But I doubted myself. And I said, why do we do that? And then I tell her the name of the talk today, and we have a good laugh, and we think it's pretty funny that we are still surrounded by Spirit in spite of ourselves. So I'm asking questions of you today. Why don't we trust our inner voice? Why do we wait for crisis, pain, and more to get our soul tuned up? Why do we forget on a daily basis sometimes, because we're so busy, to care for ourselves the way we care for other people? If you guys have any answers, you could stand up now and volunteer those for me. I'd be happy to hear them. But I'm thinking, no, you're gonna stick this with me, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna take a stab at it, if it's okay with you guys. I think we don't think about our spiritual being and our spiritual well-being as much as we could. Notice I didn't say should. I hate that word. I think for myself personally that I try to push through stuff. I'm going to figure this out all by myself. It's going to be okay. I'll figure this out. It's going to magically resolve itself. I don't need Spirit. I'm good. I got this. And I do believe that for a teeny little bit, that it's going to be okay. Mostly because I don't want to do the work. Because you have to do the work. And maybe this time I'll figure it out before I need to ask for help. What if we filled our spiritual gas tank before it got empty? I know, right? I got this figured out all by myself. What if we remembered to fill it up on a regular basis? Okay, we don't have that empty full thing like in front of our face. But, the obvious is meditation, prayer, treatment. But I'd like to start simpler. I like easy peasy. So what if on a daily basis, starting very small, we just said a really cool, short information. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful fall day. Because it is. And we've stated the intent for that whole day. I am blessed, because I am. Or whatever floats your boat. Something that's positive for the day. It takes about 5 seconds. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to exercise. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to pull a book off the shelf. You could just say something once a day positive about yourself. So I talk to Spirit every day when I take my walk. And I talk out loud. Most of the neighbors don't see me, and if they do, just wave. I'll say, thank you for the sky as it begins to get light. I mean, we're not talking real deep stuff here. I listen to the birds. I'm also listening for javelina in case they come out because I really don't want to deal with them. I say thank you for the weather. Thank you for my husband who does so much for us. Thank you for my students that I haven't met yet. Every time I do that, I fill my tank. And I fill myself with a sense that all is well in my world. In prac studies, I was assigned to Peggy Shin. Peggy's an incredible artist, and we had to do stuff every week for each other, which was really challenging for me because that's not my skill set. She did this gift for me, and it was a little card about this big, and she hand wrote and put fun stuff on it. But she said, the smallest doable increment. That's all it said. When I first got it, I'm like, okay, thank you. But I get it now. The smallest doable increment is how you can fill your tank. Doesn't need to be a grand gesture. Doesn't mean you have to spend hours. It can be whatever the smallest doable increment in your life is. Listening to your song, that fills my tank too. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. We just have to think of one thought to keep our tank full on a daily basis. So what about that spiritual engine being tuned? You guys in this community, every single month, keep your spiritual engine tuned. You bring in new speakers, musicians, you have special events, you do movies, you have lunches together, you go and look at the labyrinths on a Sunday, and you tithe to the greater community. If that doesn't keep your spiritual engine humming, I don't know what does. And then each of you are fed, and you're feeding the community spiritually. That's amazing. Congratulations, just so you know. So, some more questions for you. When my sister and I were talking, we were saying, why don't we believe in ourselves? Why don't we believe in our intuition? And that's because of the things that have happened in our life. Every one of us has been hurt, betrayed. Bad things have happened, some more heinous than others. For some of us, it forms us. But it doesn't have to define us for the rest of our existence. We can look outside of ourselves because of those events. So what my sister and I decided was, yes, it contributes to our empty gas tank, or our check engine light coming on, or messing with our direction of our GPS. But what if we try to do something about it? So instead of answers, which I cannot give you because I am not a mechanic and I am not an expert, I'm just going to tell you what I think speaks to me. So when we did the Who You Are Makes a Difference, you guys got your ribbons, right? And I suggested that you might want to put one on your mirror so you would remember the truth of your being every single day that who you are makes a difference. My husband took 3 ribbons. He put one on his mirror, he put one on my mirror, and he put one on the toilet tank. Don't laugh. Who goes to the bathroom every single day? Okay, I'm just saying. See, yeah, we do. And it was so simple and silly, but you have to look at it and go, yeah, who I am makes a difference. I had breathe tattooed on my left arm. I'm not saying you should get a tattoo or anything like that. I'm just saying, for me, I need a little bit more than most people because I can't, it's not going to come off. But you could use a sticky note. I used to use sticky notes in my car and just a word, something that resonated within me. You could do that. It's easy and it's free and it's cheap, or it's free and cheap. You've got to keep your maintenance up to date because you do not want to have a breakdown and have your engine seize. That's really expensive, huh, honey? Very expensive. Books. I kept Science of Mind magazine for years. And then I donated them to the prisons. But you could just pick up a book you've read 100 times and open it and go, oh yeah. Simple and easy. Or this one is very important to me. So Mom, you need to sit back and listen to this. I call my mom to check in. My mom thinks I'm calling to check on her. It's not all about you, Mom, it's all about me. I'm calling her because I know she loves me and I love her, and I need to hear her voice. And yes, I do check in on my mom because I love her and my sister, but I do it because it feeds my soul and helps keep me tuned up. So I would suggest that next time you think of a friend, I know this is a lot to ask, don't text them. Pick up the phone and call them. And you might have to text them and say, would you please pick up your messages? Thank you very much. When something's not wrong, when everything's perfect. Hi, I love you. It's great to talk to you. You don't have to talk to them for hours. Check in. And then when you do need them, they'll understand. Because we don't need to wait until we're in crisis to ask for help. We can just love someone every single day, even when we don't need them. So why, oh why, do we not remember the truth of our being? And this one was a really easy one for me, because we're having a human experience. It's full of fake news. It's full of sadness, death, and hate. And we get it every single day. And none of those things feed my soul. I don't know about yours. And they eat away at our peace. They gobble it up. If I was an old-fashioned Christian, as some of my friends are, they would tell me it's the devil's work. But since I don't believe in the devil, I think to myself, why do I let this external information, true or untrue, affect me so deeply? Like politics. And I realized that the only power is to give myself away to that, to the external input, because we're bombarded with it daily. So I have a good excuse, right? It's not my fault. Yeah, I let it take away my power. And if I'm busy doing that, I can't fill my spiritual tank. I think we're too busy fighting off the ugliness that's in our world today. But it's not our truth. It's not who we are. It's not what we are. I am not the news. I'm loving, I'm kind, I'm a participating human to the best of my ability. Do I like everything that's going on? No. But what can little old me do? I can care for my mind. I can keep my spiritual tank full. I can keep my spiritual engine running. I can be healthy. And I can do whatever I can do to make a difference in my life, the people I love, and in my greater community. That I can control and I can do. I don't have to hate to disagree. And I don't have to convince anyone of what I believe or don't believe. And it's so much peaceful that way, I have to tell you. So I stopped watching the news. Actually, Harry and I stopped watching it a long time, 15? Regular TV. We got rid of regular TV and we see YouTube and Netflix and stuff. But every morning we look at our phone, which is really wanting to give you all the news across the land that happened overnight. But we spend maybe 20 minutes and then we put the phone down. And I let it go because I can't carry that around with me. I still participate in city politics on issues that are near and dear to me, but I'm not going to let take my soul from me and gobble me up in the mix. I'm not. I participate and I compartmentalize. So I'm just saying it might help. Harry and I have talked about this a lot, and he said, they're going to win. They're going to wear you down. And what I figured out is, it's not a battle. Nobody has to win. And when I'm ready, I can walk away. So I let things be on my terms so that my engine is not affected. Remember, you make a difference, and you are an incredible expression of light and love, regardless of the human experience every day. I don't ever want to sound like I'm sermon-y or I'm telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I have to do to keep my sanity. Okay, I'm a little crazy, but a good crazy. Some of my suggestions will work for you and some of my suggestions will not. But they've helped me on my journey and they continue to do so. Because it is a journey. It's not a destination. And I need my tank full, I need my engine working, and I need my GPS to get me where I want to go on this crazy thing that we call life. So last we're going to talk about our GPS, our spiritual GPS. It's a metaphor for a guidance system that helps us as individuals navigate our spiritual journey, our individual spiritual journey. And it's going to represent different things for different people. Our faith, our relationship with spirit, our direction, our purpose, how to stay on track, blah, blah, blah. So I looked up Ernest Holmes' perception of GPS. Global positioning system is not new. I'm thinking, Science of Mind has its own definition, which I thought was very cool. Your spiritual GPS is the power of your own thought, which connects you to the universal mind, your inner guidance system. It operates not through external signals, but by consciously aligning your thinking with the infinite creative power of the universe. By directing your thoughts, you actively navigate and manifest your life's path rather than passively following directions. I loved this. It hit me like a ton of bricks. It always goes back to thoughts or things, change your thinking, change your life. So what do you think? So let's dig a little deeper. It works through the core principles of new thought. The universal mind is governed by the spiritual laws of cause and effect, which respond to our thoughts. So spirit is the source of GPS, and our mind connects to it like our Wi-Fi connects with our car and our phone and all those fancy things. We use our spiritual GPS to set our intention. We don't want to wander without a purpose, and we can choose our desired destination, our health, our relationships, our love of ourselves. So that brought me back to my very basics of spirituality, affirmative prayer. There's 5 steps in affirmative prayer, and they're super easy, like really easy. It's a directed, positive statement of the truth in our life. 5 steps to keep your tank full, your engineering functioning, and our desired trip to unfold before us. So first of all, there's recognition. I am part of the universal mind or spirit or God or whatever word fits in your mouth, because we all have things about words. All of us have had previous experiences, and words have power in our life. So whatever word works for you guys. I've always used God is all there is. Spirit is all there is. Infinite power is all there is. Recognizing that truth. Spirit is all there is. So then you unify. I am one with God, spirit, infinite mind, infinite power, whatever floats your boat. So recognition, unification. I could never remember these names when I was in prac, so I had to write them down. But I do know my 5 steps by heart. So I have recognized the power of spirit. I've unified with spirit. I am one with God. I am one with the infinite mind. But then realization, this is the best one ever. We state our specific intention. We never plead. I need to be healthy, God. I need a new car. I need the best boyfriend in the world. I need money. No, no, no. We don't do that. We state, it is done. I am wealthy in every aspect of my life. I am healthy. I have the perfect outcome, the perfect job, as though it already exists, because guess what? It does. It does. It's so cool. And then we say thank you. And I never remember the person that this is credited to, but what is the greatest prayer ever said? Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, with great gratitude. And the last step, let it go. I think that's the hardest one. I think that is absolutely the hardest one. But if we don't let go and let the treatment be and become our reality, we're going to hang on to it. Release. What was that song? I release and I let go. I love that. So, the work is done. Spirit's filling our tank, our engine's humming along, and our GPS is getting us where we need to go. So this is my last little thing from New Design for Living. Nothing lies beyond the scope of your ability. The new design for living you create need no limitation. Literally, all the good that life and the world has to offer are yours to have and enjoy. But you need to recognize them, accept them, and incorporate them into the new design you are now going to create. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Namaste. I thought she was like, that's for you, baby. So join me. Sometimes I don't like the steps of treatment, so I kind of mix them around. I'm going to start with thank you. Thank you, Spirit, for this glorious community, this spiritual community that allows me to continue to grow. Thank you for all the people here today. Wow, I'm so happy. My heart is so full. Thank you for this glorious, glorious day. Thank you for Spirit moving in and through and around every single person in the audience today, and that every one of us has heard whatever we need to hear, and how we need to fill our tank, and how we're going to go about making sure our engine's in working order. And we're going to check our GPS. And we're going to let it take us where we need to go, to whatever glorious destinations are out there at the end. But in the meantime, the trip's going to be a lot of fun. And I know that it's true. And I know for each and every one of us in this room today, God is all there is. And we are divinely connected. And it is our truth and our gift. And so it is. Amen. Did you like that? Whoops. Whoops.
For my next trick.
Good job, darling.
Thank you.
I think everything's fine. Well, when I
see you
noticed
cry?
that the
Just now, yes.
mic stand was on top of the music stand, so I thought, well, that's what I'll do. I'll just move the music stand. But I forgot to move the mic stand first. So anyway. Very good. Oh, and in all of that, I forgot my accoutrements. I had a song that I was going to do, but then when I heard your reading about the compass, I thought, oh, it reminded me of a song I haven't played in a very long time called The Compass. So I think maybe I'll try that. We've got to stand strong. We've got to stay together. Steel our nerves. We're heading into stormy weather. There's a dark cloud up ahead. Don't forget to bring your light. Keep safe the compass to guide us through the night. Where are we gonna go? What are we gonna do? You don't have to go alone. I'll stay with you. It's a steep and stony trail to where we wanna be. I'll keep a hiking just as high as I can, and you can come with me. We struggled for so long, the struggle never ends. For something so simple, to treat your neighbors like your friends. Clear, sweet water, and a clean blue sky. Food for all at the table, a safe place to lie. That's where we wanna go. That's who we wanna be. Scoffers say that it's a weak ideal, a fantasy. How can you ever know if you don't try? Find me hiking up that steep stone trail to the clear blue sky. We've got to stand strong. We've got to stay together. Steel our nerves. Heading into stormy weather. It's a dark road up ahead. Don't forget to bring your light. Keep safe the compass to guide us through the night. Thank you.
Let's give Doug some more love. So is your spiritual tanks getting filled up? Awesome. So now it's time for our offering. And Judy, if you would please pass the basket. We acknowledge and receive our virtual and in-person gifts. We give great thanks for these offerings that are already given and those that we will be receiving, because we know that giving and receiving are both part of the one flow. We affirm that we are also part of that flow, and we bless these gifts and know that they are multiplied throughout our community. And so it is. Thank you, Judy. There's a number of folks that we want to give thanks to for helping with this Sunday celebration. We have Brenda back at the computers doing our techie work. We had Edwin on camera, and he played the recorder for our Song of Joy. We have a guest commuter geek here. His name is Sam. He's helping out while Edward is away. And we want to make sure that we give thanks to Doug for his beautiful music, so appropriate. And a special thanks for Donna. Always a treat to have you here. We want to thank all of you out there in Zoom land. We have Donna's mother and sister from Texas and others as well. And a special thanks to each one of you for being here and bringing your light and love. So we thank you for joining us. And after the service, if you'd like to go next door to the fellowship hall for kibbles and Nash. Kibbles, I feed feral cats, what can I say? So if you're able, please stand and we'll read the benediction together, and then followed by our congregational song. Spirit in the midst of us is mighty. Joy, peace, and eternal life are our true nature and flow through us into the world, and so it is. And if we'll all join hands in the center aisle there.
Now